for a long time, I thought I was stuck. So I had this kind of fine art degree where I was doing everything I wanted. Then I moved to London and just wanted a sales job because it was a great way to just earn money without a qualification. When you have a fine art degree, you've basically done a lot of fun stuff for 4 years, but you're not qualified to do many jobs. So recruitment was great from that perspective. And it was great to use my interest in tech and entrepreneurship because when I was growing up, my dad was an entrepreneur. So it gave me all these skills around managing clients, doing sales, watching other people build their businesses, interviewing people, understanding how businesses go through tech transformations. It was all really useful stuff, but I hadn't really applied it anywhere. So at the beginning, I didn't really know. As I said, Walpole was not supposed to be a company. It was just like a side project that was supposed to keep me and my friends happy during the pandemic. But then when it did take off, I was like, okay, well, let's get organized, right? Let's try and hire someone to run the studio. Let's try and do something that kind of gives back to the community. Let's do something fun, which is more like these radio stuff. Let's do some charitable stuff, which is the beach cleanups for a while. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Actually, I really like this. Let's see how far we can go with it. So Andy and I just decided okay, well, let's put some more of our money into it and invest in it and see where we can go. So we started hiring people on retainer and then kind of grew from there. So I think looking back over the last year, because I've been in the business, I quit my day job last year.
Damn.
I think
it's a huge leap of faith, right?
Yeah, yes, but we also had 2 years of running the business. So
so this is third year already.
So it'll be third year in October. But people didn't know about us for the first 6 months because we just ran as a private space for our mates. So what has it given me? My corporate job. Well, yeah, basically gave me the confidence to know when something is working, the ability to find good people to help build the business and around a kind of common mission. Gave me the ability to kind of work in project teams. So radio has been a really interesting journey for us. We didn't get it right straight away. We've had different people join us to kind of expand it. And now when I look at radio, I'm really proud of it because we've got the right people, and it's really organized. Radio now comes out twice a week, maybe more in the future, but that's because we've got people like Jen and Leland and Effie involved, and then a team of people who are doing the recordings. Actually, it's been a really good project to say, here are the things I'm not personally good at. Let's go and find some people who are great at those things. So it's been really good, to prove that I know myself really well. I know the things I'm not good at, and I know the things I am good at. So let's set the team up for success. So that's been really great to see because the success we've had with radio, we're now using for other parts of our business. So like the drinks with Brendan. Brendan makes the drinks. He keeps record of all the recipes, and when we do tastings, he knows all the variations. If these things were left to me, it wouldn't work as smoothly at all.
So you're the big picture guy, but then every department will have a subject matter expert, something like that.
I don't know. I think I would say no, because I'm more like the instigator. So I'm not I think big picture's too far away from it. We're not big enough to have someone like me just overseeing things and telling people what to do. I'm maybe the number one fan of the Walpole. I'm the one I build all the products for at the beginning. I figure out get people on board with what we do, and then when it's time to roll it out, usually the rollout is quite complicated. We need people who can supply this kind of experience, these kind of products, this kind of venue. So I'm good at getting all those people on board. Let's go and do this, and then I get out of their way, and then my job is to come back in and then keep making it better, keep pushing it forwards.
And whatever resources they need, you go and secure.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so I'm there at the beginning, I'm like helping with like the execution, but I shouldn't be involved too much because I'm not an expert in those areas. And then I try and support those experts, and because usually like experts are like in their lane doing stuff, I'm trying to help them like, okay, what's your problem? And quite often these experts are they don't know and like what sits outside their world. So I'm like, okay, well, let's take some of the problems we have with radio. With radio, we had me like saying we should do radio. We had Jen saying she really wanted to help with radio and she had all this experience. And then that was it at the beginning. We had a GoPro, we had a Tascam, and then we booked some great DJs. We recorded 11 like these, we call them live radio parties. So we had people in the room in the first studio, and it was great, but it was all a mess because we didn't have anything sorted. So
How do you even tackle this copyright issue on YouTube, man?
We didn't even know. So I think that's the great thing about us is that we just do it for us. We don't really care about like monetizing it, and because we're like so naive that we start somewhere, that we figure out all the problems like over here. So I think that's how a lot of startups are run. I think that's a great way, because I think if you told me in 2022, like October, here's how long radio is going to take, here's how much you're going to spend on it, and here's the payback that you're going to see, we definitely wouldn't have done it. It makes no sense. I'm sat here having worked through all the problems that came to us at each point, and some of the problems were so painful we had to basically stop for 6 months, because we were like, we need to sort people, back end systems, and we need to pay for all this editing. We need to find out all this other things that we don't know. So I'm glad we took that 6 months off, because it just helped us out.
Recalibrate.
Yeah, completely. So and there's no problem with that. So if I'm sat here, like almost 2 years later from starting radio, like I've got no regrets at all. Like radio is like one of the most important things we do. It's a really fun thing to do, and I'm really looking forward to like expanding radio. And I think it's going to change. It's like starting to change like the opportunities that are given to the people who are in the team already. So I'm just like, let's just keep going with this, because I'm hoping it's going to give everyone lots more opportunities, both the people we have on the show, the promoters who like send their DJs our way when they're here, as well as the scene here, as well as our own team. I just want it to give people a lot of opportunities.